Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We have ourselves the Search and Destroy on Raid finally to go down, and unfortunately before I had the issue with the stream just not working in between these maps, but we got it up working. You guys can see it. It went down out of nowhere, but we are back. And it's going to be a play up through the middle from Lockout Gaming. They're going to find First Blood over by Tiki. And now it's all up to their players to try to make something happen with this plant. They will be able to get it down for free. It's a 4 versus 3 situation. Crafty being tagged up as the players in Sicario family are going to be inside a kitchen. Blame is going to exit through the back. He's going to maybe make a play into basketball here. There's a player in the hut. It's going to be Defiant. And will he be able to find good timing? He will not. His flash, his stun will only work to tag them up, but he invests it and ultimately drops to his own death from it. Crafty will find a kill onto Jafad though. Things are tied up at 2 players alive for each team. Lud coming from the back, but Blame will actually shoot and kill him. That's nuts. Will the defuse come in time? It looks like it has. And Sicario family, from the jaws of defeat on that round, will come away with the round win. And it's Blame with the nasty flicks and return shots. Maybe we see it here in the kill cam. Here's 1, here's 2. His teammate taking that kill, and oh lord, he turns on Lud with little HP and then sticks the defuse. Gets that math homework done in the blink of an eye at the end. Right as the recess bell rings. Wonderful work from Blame right there for 3 kills in the first round. The man is a menace. He started off this series on a heater. MVP of the first map, the hard point on Garrison. And he continues to thrive here in this series on this second map. And now Blame also getting the first blood. The job done for his team. He's going to find 2 on this round. The man's on 5 in a row without a death in his name right now. He's Mr. Do-It-All at the moment. Will he be able to find the player inside of Laundry, though? He's going to be just out front, looking to make a rotate around. Defiant might catch Defiant. It looks like he will catch him napping. Now Blame with an opportunity to catch the player. Crafty drops to him, and this is the potential ace from Blame here. If he finds this last player, Defiant, this could be all she wrote on this round, and that is so much confidence in Blame's pocket, and streaks as well if he does find this kill. I wonder if he's playing for the streak or if he's just going to play for a plant here. It's a 1 versus 1. Defiant hanging out inside of Art. Will he find the right timing onto him? Onto Blame. He will take some shots. He has the nade as well. This forces him away, and that is Blame getting taken down away from his streaks. And that's a 1-to-1 tied up Search and Destroy off of that nice final 1 versus 1 win from Defiant. And here you go. This is that Blame show once again being put on in the Search and Destroy as he finds himself 2 kills to start off this round, getting some revenge with the second one onto a teammate's eliminator. I don't know what you want to call it. Executor. Whoever executed his teammate. But now, Lockout Gaming with a round on the board. Once again, showing that they are competitive in this matchup. And so far, it's been the side on defense that's been able to get these round wins in the Search and Destroy on Raid. Will that still hold up through into this round as Lockout Gaming, they find themselves 2 big kills to open things off and be in a 4 versus 2 situation. Lud gonna get a free plant as well, but last time around we saw Lockout Gaming with a lead in their offensive round. They did bottle it. Blame's still alive as well. You gotta watch out for him, but he does drop ultimately. And Jafad, he's gonna make a play in the middle, and he will not be able to take the player, and that is a flawless round going over to Lockout Gaming, not dropping a single player. They win this one, and Lud even getting the last laugh onto Jafad right there, who was caught lacking, looking the absolutely wrong direction inside a kitchen. Defiant and Lud on streaks right now. 3 for Defiant and, well, 2 for Lud. See if we can stick on with Defiant here as he's looking to make some plays around here, but he will not find anybody. Lud, the closest to any sort of gunfight at the moment, as he's looking for these players. He might have spotted somebody make a move over to Laundry, but I'm not quite sure, as both these teams sort of giving each other some space, giving each other some respect here to work with. As Jafud, he gets his ass, hauls ass outside of Art, but Lud will be able to chase him down and ultimately take him down. Crafty looking for an angle here. Won't find anybody just yet. Aldo inside a ring. He might have spotted the head of him. He does, but will not take him down just yet. Lud should be able to get around from behind, but Blame will shut him down. Aldo, can he get the response on the Cloud? He will not. Cloud with the 2-piece. Calm, cool, collected. He gets it done, and he's going to also be given the bomb to make the defuse as well. That's some nice knowledge of obviously getting some extra score towards those streaks. We'll see if that ultimately will be a difference maker and, you know, obviously getting him closer if he does ultimately earn streaks. But Cloud finding himself, did he find himself the ace? That's my question. No, he only finds himself 3, I believe, in this round. Yeah, here you go. 1, 2, and see you later, Aldo. Takes him down as well. Cloud floating above these players here in that round, and will lock out Gaming. They're looking very strong here. 3-1, the scoreline in the Search and Destroy in their favor. Cloud looking really hot as well. And let's take a quick look at the players' damage dealt, and also the First Bloods. It looks like we're also seeing a 3-1 in First Bloods as well in favor of Lockout Gaming. Lud with 2 and Defiant, I believe, with 1 himself. Now, a big opening kill comes through from Blame as he's able to find the First Blood onto Cloud. But action in the middle of the map, Aldo will find a kill onto Crafty. This puts things into a 4 versus 2 perspective in favor of Sicario. Now Lud with the bomb, he's going to have to work with his teammate here, Defiance. They're going to look to maybe hold hands over making their way through Art over towards A, but it's being watched like a hawk by Blame here inside of Laundry. He hops on down into towards this van. He's looking through. Does he spot the players? Does he have the info on their cross? I'm not quite sure, but now Jafud has definitely spotted these players. Takes down Defiant. Last player alive, Lud. He's going to be caught out here in the middle of Art's doorstep. And that's Blame finding the kill with the Glocky from the Pocky. And this is your first blood here. Blame just getting to this spot quicker than Cloud could expect and finding his head with nice pinpoint accuracy. But Lockout Gaming, they're still seeing themselves with the lead right now. 3-2 is your scoreline in front of us. Lud looking to see if he can spot anybody in the middle of the map here. Jafud holding a tight angle here to see if he can spot any info on maybe Cloud poking his head through. Looks like he hasn't spotted anything just yet, as the info both teams still playing for is still up in the air. But it looks like there might be a free plant coming through from Aldo here, as Lud's only going to hear the trophy but not see the man looking to plant that bomb. Solidify finding Crafty's big, but Lud getting a nice response onto Jafud. This is going to make things a little easier now for the team that has to retake here in Lockout. Cloud looking to try to push out. Blame gets tagged. Defiant will be able to take him down with the last of his bullets needed. Solidify taking down Lud. Puts things into a 2 versus 2 though. Defiant catching Aldo, dropping, and Solidify finding that kill there. Puts things in a very comfortable spot for the side of Sicario. But now 1 versus 1. Cloud, can you find Aldo? He does find Aldo hiding in that corner, but not enough time to defuse. This will be a round for Sicario Gaming, or Sicario family, that is much needed. This puts them in a 3 versus 3, or not 3 versus 3, 3-3 scoreline. I'm choking up on my words there, sort of like how Aldo choked up on his 1 versus 1 play right there, as he just laid prone like a centipede there. But ultimately he does, you know, buy his team, I guess, the time for the defuse. they do get the round win ultimately. So maybe there wasn't a choke really at all in that moment, but I don't know. I don't really like giving away free kills though, or like streaks, I guess. As Cloud, he's on a 2 streak right now. He's looking good, going 6-3, but man, Blame, he's just on he's on something different. He's just built different. He's looking different right now in this one. This wasn't the Blame we saw in that game before, but Blame just absolutely beaming these players. The reflexes, the movement, channeling his inner demon right here, finding 1, finding 2 here, and even with the remaining bullets, he's able to take down Cloud with the assist shots coming through from an AR on the left. Beautiful work from Blame. We see Sicario family retake the lead here in this search and destroy, finding themselves up 4-3. This is sort of like a bit of deja vu from what we saw in that hard point. Lockout looked so good at the beginning. They got themselves a decent lead, but then they just slowly started to bleed points through hill after hill after hill. And now we see, and then we saw ultimately Sicario family come away with that first map. Now it's sort of a similar situation. Bled rounds are leading to Sicario family now looking a lot sharper than their opponents in Lockout with the lead in their hands. But it's now a 2 versus 2 after a flurry of kills came through for both these teams and their engagements and the scuffles over around that bomb site over by B. And the bomb is down right next to the bomb as well. Solidify is going to need to go pick that up. Crafty going to be able to make his way into basketball court safely. And Solidify could have and should have grabbed that bomb off of that bomb site and maybe pulled it over to the next one. Now Lud in a position where he can maybe make a play to the next bomb site over, or to catch these players on a rotate over to the next bomb site. Won't do so. He catches Blame sliding out. Crafty in the 1 versus 2. Solidify does ultimately get it, and that is 2 massive kills. Massive moment for Solidify. Your MVP in the series that Sicario played on Monday shows up, giving us a little MVP style play right here, and getting the 2-piece to go his way, and is ultimately getting his team this round win in the search and destroy to put them on map point here, 5-3. Lockout Gaming on the back foot, and by all means they could be seeing themselves with next to nothing in terms of momentum going into the next map here. And being down in the series 0-2 right now after such a hard-fought hard point, and, you know, such a hard-fought, you know, first half of this search and destroy, Lockout Gaming's got to be kicking themselves. While they're potentially kicking themselves, they're obviously still trying to fight their way through this search and destroy that they can still have go their way. Defiance watching a nice angle here, but there's a big flank being invested in by Solidify through Mansion and into the back spawn of Lockout. But all these Lockout players, they're only looking for one thing. They're looking for Kitchen, and it's just an absolute bloodbath inside of it, where we see it turn out to be a Lockout life lead right now of a 3 versus 2. But Blame will find 2 big kills, but Crafty finding the kills in response. I gave you the wrong perspective, folks, in that moment, and I apologize dearly for it. But man, Crafty finding the nice trade right there at least puts his team in a spot that's still doable in the 1 versus 1 here. He finds the right bomb site to go to as well here. Crafty, are you going to get to that A bomb site in time to get the plant to go your way? You need to get that bomb down. Number 5 will hightail it over there. This is Solidify checking B, and it looks like he's going to give over that plant. Solidify, you invested a big wrap. You've not been involved at all in anything really for this entire round. You haven't touched a single player with any bullets. Tag shots are in, but Crafty will not make it to the finish line for the round. And Sicario, Solidify, he clutches up 2 rounds in a row for his team as one of the remaining players, and that ultimately gets them to search and destroy at a 6-3 scoreline finish. What a map! Magical stuff. 6-3 is the Raid scoreline, and Sicario looking hot right now in the winners bracket and in this series ultimately as well, as they see themselves in a very comfortable, and I have to say very comfortable, 2-0 lead. But now we're back on a new mode, and we had the first mode being hardpoint, then we had the search and destroy. Now we're going to be having a control coming up next. It's going to be on raid once again, so maybe that also adds a bit of benefit to Sicario, since once again they've had experience already playing it. I'm surprised, you know, Sicario got away with some very similar plays and plans that they put through against their opponents on the Monday match on stream and search and destroy raid. They got away with doing some repeats in decision making and strategies that Lockout Gaming really needed to punish, and it just didn't. You know, sometimes it was a poor read, poor callouts, or at times, you know, ultimately just, you know, poor shots, poor return fire, or just poor reactions. And so that led to Lockout Gaming ultimately losing that map, that search and destroy. And if I'm looking at which of these two past maps look like a more convincing win for Sicario family, it has to be that search and destroy, in my opinion. And once they got the momentum going, they were down 3-1. They won 5 rounds straight, folks. That is absolutely epic, in my opinion. And obviously, I have to think that the spectators would find that epic as well. They win 5 straight. They set Lockout Gaming into a spot of peril in the winners bracket, where they're down 0-2 in this matchup. And Lockout Gaming, I do feel like, after that being said about the search and destroy, about that being the more convincing win for Sicario, I've got to say Lockout looked more convincing in a respawn. So maybe this now puts them in a better spot now going into this control. Maybe this is where they start to make their moves. They start to get some momentum going their way, and maybe even getting a map on the board. But for any comeback, any great comeback, it has to start on, you know, it has to start as soon as possible. And here, this is that possibility mark, or at least their last chance, you know, is they need to be able to win these next 2 maps to force that map 5, and then ultimately win that to win the series. Lockout Gaming have a lot of hard work ahead of them here to still be able to win this series, let alone just win a map in general. But we got that control just around the corner, folks. Let me give you guys the look at the maps once again to give you guys, the full-on overview of just how so far things have been kind of going, where we see the side of Sicario Gaming with obviously 2 map wins in a row here. Give you guys that look right now on stream, and I'll give you guys some music as well while you enjoy this look. I'll let you see the bracket and obviously the break screen as we get ready for the next map. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I believe I was told that the overlays were flip-flopped in the wrong way for that whole last map, guys, so my apologies, but I was spitting facts when I was saying that Sicario Gaming or Sicario Family were the ones that took that first map, folks. And here we go, we're into that control. It's going to be Sicario Family on the left-hand side here. They're going to be starting off with the attacking side to start this control, and Lockout Gaming, they're on your right. They have no map in their pocket throughout this series so far. They're the ones down to the final strands of string on their rope here that's keeping them alive in this series. They are going to be on defense to start, and that's got to be a good thing that you start on defense, especially when your backs are against the wall. As now Defiant, though, he's getting put in a blender in the back. His whole team sort of getting put in a blender in the back, but now Blame having to deal with Lud trying to do some spawn trapping of his own. He's gonna now back off to try to help out his team, as they're gonna finally be able to deal with the onslaught of players in the back spawns. You know, Sicario Family trying their hardest to just manipulate that and really just lockout from getting anywhere near that B point. And we're seeing Sicario Family do what they like to do. We're seeing Solidify, 4 and 3, looking to try to have a strong start to the control for himself. But Blame, he's been hot all series long. He gets a nice 3-piece in the background. Defiant finding 2, but he ultimately drops to the Glocky and the Pocky from Solidify. Solidify flash there. He's going to be able to find Crafty, though, in his bounce back, jump back shot. Maybe Cloud gets dropped by Solidify. Not yet. Solidify does ultimately drop to the player inside Kitchen, and that's now Kitchen control for Lockout Gaming. It's going to be a point control. Blame finding a nice wallbang through the glass, through the curtains. Nice blind shots from him to be able to take down one. Cloud playing inside of Tiki. He's going to look to maybe see what he can do, what kind of magic he can do on his own here, as he's in a sticky situation with Blame. Blame is going to be able to find him. Defiant will drop to Defiant. Blame's just playing some ring around the rosy with these players inside of Tiki. We see Lockout Gaming trying to play checkers with this Sicario Family all series long, but Sicario Family, they've been just one step ahead of them playing chess. Lockout, they're looking to lock out these players in Lud, making them eat lead from his Krig here over by the pool side, and Lockout finding themselves with a life advantage of 1. Number 6, Cloud's coming big for 2 kills back to back, and now it's a 5 versus 3 in lives. Solidify dropping. It's 2 lives remaining for Sicario Family. No more time left to get to the point. Lockout Gaming, they do it. They start off this map with a round win. This is a 1-0 start for Lockout Gaming, one that they definitely need if they want to be able to stay alive in this series and push us to another map and another map and another map. They need to start looking hot. They need to start getting some momentum and getting some confidence built, and putting a round on the board first to start off this mode is definitely confidence. Lud being 9-1 with a 6 streak right now in his pocket, a streak away, 1 kill away from streaks. This is the start that Lockout Gaming has been looking for and has been wanting. Blame, will you drop to Lud? You will, and that's the artillery now in the pocket of this protector from Lockout Gaming. Lud, 1 more kill away from getting himself the cruise missile. What a piece of utility that would be. And there you go, finds Lud from behind. Will he take down Blame? Oh my lord, Lud getting away with murder here. Oh lord, dosey does, but Aldo will be able to take him down. Defiant now inside of money, maybe counting up some of that cash as well, finding Blame. Jafud looking to try to enter up next, and he will be able to get that revenge onto him. But man, Lockout Gaming, they're coming out with a lot of confidence here early on in this one. Lud on the point, still putting in the power and the pressure on this Sicario Family side. Oh, nearly taking that player down. That would have been absolutely eventful. And there you go. Defiant should be able to pick off the remaining points of this and time off of this tick. That's going to be another minute added to the clock, and Lockout Gaming getting rid of this B point early on. It's got to be a great thing right there. Blame, though, in the spawn, wreaking havoc. It's going to shake up this Lockout Gaming side just a little bit here, as they're now going to have to work their way over to A to capture that point, solidify the lone man over by A. Now number 4 here. That's going to be Aldo looking to try to also help here where he can. Streaks will be invested. Defiant finds one. Will he find the second one? He will! Oh my lord! Defiant picking up 2. Crafty finding Blame. Lud taking out Crafty with his own streak. That's uncalled for and unnecessary, but what's done is done. Number 2 coming in from the pinch, though. Jafud, how many players are you gonna find? That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Give him Crafty, give him the next one. Give him the 4th. And oh, his teammate steals it, but massive 3-piece right there. To save his team from the brink of being down 0-2 in this map, in this control. Jafud gets the pinch. The shots are perfect, takes down multiple. Lockout Gaming finding themselves in a tough spot here. Down 6 lives. Sicario family looking nice and set up here. Will they be ready for this push coming through from behind Kitchen? Aldo maybe sniffing this out. Blame also here to help as well. And they're also going to have Jafud around the corner, as Jafud, the man who made magic happen moments ago, makes it happen again with finding 2 back behind Kitchen. He's looking now to hold any players that come out of this driveway. Blame going to just aggress on forward. The patience is not with him. He's going to look to just press on forward. 1 player remaining. It's Cloud, and he will drop. Sicario family answering round to round here, tit for tat, and just some X's and O's, and well, Jafud spotting some free smoke off of those players right there with that AR, making it work. That 3-piece so immaculate, and the 7 streak we see him on right now as well, instrumental for getting that round to go his team's way. 1 more kill, and that's him the cruise as well. He has the artillery in hand. His team just pushes forward in towards the center of the map. Gunfire led exchange between these teams. Crafty, will you drop to Jafud? You will, and you feed him his cruise as well in the process. That is 8 in a row for Jafud right now. He's looking for Lud. His shots will be good enough to take him down. That's a headshot he finds in the shakiness. Will Jafud find more? He finds Crafty as well. This is 10 in a row for Jafud. The super sub he's looking like right now. Coming in. This is that 5th man teams in the challengers and in the tier 2 AM scene talk about making massive differences. And here you go. He's doing so for his team. The shot's not going to be able to take down the ankles of that player behind the truck, but he will be able to help take down the player in Crafty. On top of the steps, he's also able to help tick down that point at A and get his team another minute. Jafud, an all-star performance on being put on display right now by him in this raid control. But Defiant getting 2 big kills off the spawn here. Gonna stop whatever surge of players and pressure coming through from Laundry. He's gonna also make his way into Kitchen, getting rid of the player there. His teammates needing some help over by this point. Sicario family getting their players set up now for some time. Blame finds one. Will he turn in time for the player on elbow? No, he won't, but his teammate will have for the trade. The kill feed goes Pinstripe. Blood investing some time here, like Caesar Skies Bueno investing into his game here on that flank. He ultimately does drop, jumping up and mantling by open steps. Blame, will he be able to find Defiant here? He does spot him, but Defiant does find the kill. Aldo coming through, looking to find a kill onto one of these players. He's not finding anything just yet. Solidify gonna be on this point, sticking his head across the line. Blood will drop to him right there. The shots aren't shanky, they're firm, and they will be able to get the kill. Defiant dropped by Jafud. The player in the back is dealt with. Jafud able to get onto the hill. This is 1 tick of progress. This is time stopped as well. 38 seconds remaining. Jafud takes down Cloud. No, I speak a bit too soon. Cloud drops him. Lockout Gaming 3 versus 12. Surely they don't make this happen. 27 seconds remaining. It's now a 2 versus 10. It's all up to Cloud in the 1 versus 4, and Sicario family win the offense, go up 2-1, and this is that turnaround ability that Sicario family have been known for throughout this series. They go down early on in the startings of both of the first and second maps, but then bounce back and win them by the end of them. And here Sicario drops the first round, but then answers back with 2 straight. Jafud having an absolutely pivotal moment, and in that first and in that second and third round here in this control, now in a power spot once again in the middle here, looking to make something happen, tagging up and taking down Lud. Will he find Defiance? He does. The pistol coming through, but not finding players, as it's a pinstripe kill feed with Cloud finding an answering 2-piece of his own. Defiance looking strong though on this map. Cloud as well trying to heat up as well, making a difference in the middle of the map is with 2 pieces after 2 pieces. Finding Jafud as well. Big work from the man in the teal here. Solidify dropping. This is 6 in a row. 1 more kill nets him the artillery, and there you go. It's there for him. Jafud nearly drops for the cruise, but he stays alive. 22-21 is your life differential here. Solidify pulling out the FFAR as well, maybe memeing and looking to style on the opponents here. But Cloud not trying to take anything lightly here in this round or in this map. His team down and trying not to be out here in this series. As Lud finding the kill right there. Aldo should hop on out. He drops to Defiant. Lud on the reactions over to Blame. Snaps onto that head. Says gimme, gimme. And takes him down. Devours him. Like me devouring Chinese food at a Mandarin buffet. It's just demon hours to Solidify. Living rent-free over by driveway. Close to the spawns of Lockout. Just looking to farm player after player. Finding Crafty. Oh no! He farms the same 2 players! Back to back! These players have families. They have mental health that they have to worry about. This is borderline bullying coming through from Solidify, and he will be dealt with. Defiance will have an ability to laugh off that one, but Solidify on 35 kills, putting on a monster of a performance here in this map number 3, and potentially last map of this series here, of this round 2 matchup in the GEC playoffs winners bracket, as it's a 9-5 life differential here, and Blame looking to take down the remaining players here. Number 8 and Crafty maybe catching Blame right here in weights off guard. We'll find him, but it's an 8-2 life differential. Crafty last live will drop, and Sicario family get the job done. They ice things out here in this raid control, and that Solidify being man of the match here in the endings of it. And monster moment by Cloud in the middle of the map. in this kill cam just isn't enough. His efforts will not be rewarded with a map win, or let alone a round win. And ultimately, Sicario, they are on 6 maps in a row right now in the winner's bracket of not losing. They're looking really formidable and looking a lot stronger than I had expected, even going into these playoffs, let alone, you know, going into Series 1 and Series 2 of the playoffs. Just an epic showing from these boys. And I don't know why my computer's like lagging a bit right now. My apologies, guys, on what's going on here with this lag. I'm not quite sure, but we do see a very impressive performance out of Sicario ultimately. And I'm trying to find a way to solve this issue here with the lag. Just gonna leave up that lobby. Maybe that helps with the situation. And but yeah, so Sicario, they do come out on top. They do get this whole series to go their way. And well, let's take a look at the map sort of, and how the script ultimately played out of this matchup. As Sicario, they won map number 1, 250 to 199. Lockout looked like they could compete maybe and walk with and run with Sicario at that point. But then as we started to play out the next maps following, we started to see a completely different story. And well, this maybe now, if teams are noticing this, you know, finally some of these teams in the winners bracket, they should be opening up their eyes to this. Don't give Sicario raid, because those are the most convincing maps that they've won in this series. And ultimately, thus far in their playoffs run, you know, they win the raid search and destroy 6-3. They come back from being down 1-3 in rounds. They win 5 straight unanswered. And then on the raid on the raid control, they win at 3-1. You guys just witnessed that one. Solidify having a massive altogether map, and Jafud really shining brightly in that round number 2 with his massive 3-piece, you know, his kill spree that he went on from the end of round 2 to midway round 3, where he got all the way up to 10 kills in a row. It was just, you know, it was a bit of a masterclass, I would have to say, within the last 2 maps. From the side of Sicario. And you know, you've got to give him mad props. And well, giving mad props to the team is one thing, but I also have to tell you guys, the man of this matchup, the man of the series for Sicario, the one that stood out the most, it has to be Blame. He just was on one today. He led the charge in the first map, keeping things super close and competitive, and ultimately, you know, him and the rest of the team gets the job done on that one. Then in the raid search and destroy, he ends that one with an impeccable KD and amount of kills just in general. And then we saw in the raid, he also did a really good job, a solid job. He wasn't the star in the raid control, but nonetheless, with his 2 strong performances that he had in the first 2, he's been the most consistent player across, and definitely deserves to be the star of this series. So much congratulations to him on that one. And ultimately, congratulations to Sicario. And for the side of Lockout Gaming, I look forward to see what you guys can do in the losers bracket, what kind of run you guys can go on. Maybe you guys can topple some of the teams down there. And maybe make your way back into getting a rematch with Sicario, or even making it all the way to grand finals and potentially winning the entire event, the entire playoffs. You know, there's a lot of Cinderella stories and tales and fables that could come from a losers bracket run made by a team like Lockout. And it all starts from making sure to look back on this gameplay, reflect on it, and obviously learn from it in today's mistakes and in today's match. But all in all, guys, I'm gonna give you guys my face once again for you guys to see me. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys for tuning on in. Obviously the players as well for even being and competing in this matchup and in this series in general. You know, so much props and so much pleasure on my end for being able to cast over these teams competing here and putting it all on the line in this matchup. But thank you guys so much for tuning on in. This has been awesome. It's been fun. But we are going to be on a short break, I think, of not too short actually. It's rather long. It's about maybe 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes until we get ready for that next match. But it will be Zelix eSports versus Final Strike to be your final match of the night at 10 p.m. Eastern time, guys. And hopefully I don't got this like really buggy stream going because yeah, I'm not too happy about it. But I'll see you guys around in a moment or in a bit with that next match. And you know, once again, guys, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you everybody that tuned in on the chat and in the stream live. I'll see you guys in the next match. Peace out.